issue of finding a lasting solution to the security problems in Nigeria tops the news. While there's been some moments of celebration like that of the parents of the 29 students of Federal College of Forestry Mechanization in Kaduna State who were released after about 57 days with their kidnappers, there are still so many stories of kidnapping like in Abia State and in other states, incidents of banditry, attack by gunmen. But we'll focus on this for this episode of Special Report. You're welcome. I'm Ini John Mekwa.
We have defeated Boko Haram severally. If for one time they came and we lose certain equipments, even though we were never defeated, I can assure you that we'll overcome, notwithstanding whatever had happened. We will take on Boko Haram decisively, and we are committed to the focus of the entire operation, which is the total annihilation of Boko Haram from Nigeria.
These gains have been overshadowed by an increase of Boko Haram attacks in neighboring countries. Despite the return of Nigerian IDPs and refugees to accessible areas, the crisis remains acute. In BENUE State, 13 people feared dead, killed by armed herdsmen. The attackers burned down the houses in the community in early Monday morning, April the 3rd, and also left many wounded. Chairman of Gwe West local government area, Grace Igbabon, confirmed the casualty figure.
About 13 people were killed. It has become a daily affair in Gwe West. The killings has become a daily affair in Gwe West local government.
Survivors of the attack have reportedly been displaced and are now taking refuge in other towns.
Not accepted. Go to Guman, the same killings are taking place. Go to Gwe West, the same killings are taking place. This is not right. The federal government have refused to take proactive steps to arrest this ugly situation that we're witnessing here today. This is really unfortunate. For several years, we have been calling on federal government to take proactive steps to address this matter. They have refused to do. You can imagine. This is a bag in an IDP camp. The adjoining villages here, with the real camp and the adjoining villages, are occupied by IDPs. And what else do you want them to do? You send these people away from their villages. They came here to take refuge. And today, they are being killed in this manner. Over 70 people have been killed in the last 2 weeks by these herdsmen. They no longer come with their cattle. They come because they are looking for livestock to kill. They have even sent messages that except livestock refuse to take their cattle so that they will come and graze on our farms. And this we say no, it will not be accepted. What kind of a thing is this? What kind of a country we are in? Mr. President said the other day that the security men should shoot anyone with AK-47. And up to today, we have not heard where security men have shot them. The Minister of Defense came and reversed what Mr. President said, that they said they are arrested and prosecuted. Where are we going? How do you wake up every day and you see your people being killed? How can I be a happy man with this kind of a thing? How can I be a happy man? So please, Mr. President must do the needful.
In Bauchi State, the government confirms that Boko Haram has infiltrated 4 local councils.
Security is the responsibility of all of us. We do not expect that the security agencies alone will tackle this problem. So all hands will be on deck, including our traditional institutions, our religious groups. It will be expected that we will continue to profile whoever is coming into Bauchi State. I can tell you that some people come in with weapons, and it is the profiling that will help us stem that kind of problem. Apart from that, any criminal activity that is noticed as people try to settle among us should be promptly reported to the security agencies.
The state government spoke after the vandalization of a telecommunication mast in Gamawa. It says the influx of people from neighboring Yobe, where a recent attack by Boko Haram in Gaidam community occurred, has made the affected local government areas vulnerable to terrorists.
We have noticed attempts to dismantle MTN facilities, and such things are usually done by criminal elements in an attempt to make security impossible in that area so that they may move in and perpetrate their activities. That is one major threat that has been identified, but luckily they have been apprehended and the equipments have been recovered. So our eyes are open to identify this kind of challenges. On issue of bad elements that have already settled within our communities, we are sensitizing the public to report anybody that they are not very comfortable with. The point is, sometimes you think that you are doing a favor to somebody, or maybe because you are related to them in one way or the other, but you have not been together with them for a long time and you do not know their antecedents anymore. Is this that same person that you trust may end up being the same person that will attack you? So that is the kind of campaign, the kind of sensitization we want to bring to the public, so that they understand the risk of harboring such elements or not reporting them when they are suspected of doing any untoward things.
Following the rising insecurity in the southeast and south-south, Acting Inspector General of Police USMAN ALKALI Baba says the force would rejig its strategies to find solutions rocking the zones.
We have a very critical situation in the south, south and southeast geopolitical zone, which needs immediate attention and which needs rejigging our operational strategy to ensure that this thing is nipped on the board within the quickest possible time.
Bandits who abducted the 39th student of Federal College of Forestry Mechanization Afaka in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State have released another video of the students, including a pregnant female student. The students were abducted from their hostels on the 11th of March 2021 after the bandits attacked the college located very close to the Nigerian Defense Academy. Between the 5th and 8th of April, the bandits released 10 among the 39 students in 2 batches, leaving the fate of the rest, 29 of them, hanging in the balance.
College of Forestry Mechanization. Dan Allah muna roƙo ga iyayenmu da su zo su taimake mu wurin nan. Mun gaji ba ma cin abinci, ga ciwo, ga matsaloli, dan Allah su taimake mu.
They had initially demanded a 500 million naira ransom from the government, but after the Kaduna State government insisted on no payment of ransom, they reached out to their parents.
My name is Benson Emmanuel. Please, we are begging on our parents, please, to come and help us out of here. We've stayed here for days, we have not been eating, most of us have been sick.
500 million naira. 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 500 million na
Most of us are hungry. Please, we are begging our parents to please come and help us. Please, please, we're tired of fear. Please, please.
In the 4-minute 56 seconds video apparently shot at night in an unknown location, a bandit who spoke both in Hausa and later in Fulani, the pregnant woman in the video pleaded with their parents to do their best to rescue them from captivity. The bandits also brought out another woman they addressed as the wife of a soldier who was abducted from her home. The victim, who said her husband is a naval officer working in Warri, Delta State, urged the federal government to come to her rescue. Parents of the College of Forestry Mechanization abducted students Afaka in Kaduna State staged a protest at the National Assembly Complex in Abuja on the 4th of May, demanding timely intervention to rescue their wards. The frustrated parents, who were joined in the protest by members of the institution's students' union, chanted solidarity songs and displayed placards to express their disappointment with the way the Nigerian government had handled the abduction of their children and colleagues.
We are here to protest. We are here in protest of neglect of the Federal College of Forestry for the past 55 days, neglect of Forestry Research Institute that supervised the college, neglect of the Ministry of Environment, and neglect of Federal Government of Nigeria. You are aware the other time we met, and our cry then was that the state government was not ready to do anything to rescue our children for us. This time we know that the position of the government is that they cannot negotiate with bandits. And recently he said that the school is a federal school, it has nothing to do with it. We have to come out to tell Nigeria government that this is the problem or the situation that Nigeria students are facing in Kaduna.
The 39 students of Federal College of Forestry Mechanization Afaka have been released by bandits.
We can confirm to you that the remaining students of Federal College of Forestry Mechanization are here with us. Like you know, they need to undergo a thorough medical examination.
Seeing them in Kaduna, we are more happier, we are more relaxed than when they were together with the bandit there in the bush with the rifle pointed to them on daily basis. In fact, it is a great moment in our life, and I think every parent that knows. In fact, before I get to this place this evening, a lot of them have called me, and I just broke the news to them. They were so excited. Some of them were saying, where? I now told them it is not possible for us to see them today, and we have to relax. Everybody should start celebrating because it's a moment of joy. It has not been easy. Just as I used to say, a child was lost, the child is found. The joy of you seeing that child should supersede the days of trauma you have gone through.
It's not funny, and it's not a good experience for anybody to go through it. It's not a good experience, and our prayer is for no parents, nobody should go through this experience. Even if it is your enemy, you don't pray for him to go through this experience.
I have a son here, Mubarak. He was one of the kidnapped students. So I thank Almighty God that make it possible to be here today, and we thank the management of this school and Kaduna State and Nigeria at large. It's only God that saved me, because I have high blood pressure before. That very night I had this incident happened. If not my sister that was with me, I don't know what could have happened, because my BP rise more than necessary. I was destabilized totally, and up till now I've not regained because I'm feeling headache seriously. So if they assure us of good security, why not? I will still allow him to continue, provided he said he will still continue here.
The Kaduna State government has sent a delegation to the families of the 3 students of Greenfield University who were killed by bandits after 2 days of their abduction. The delegation, led by the Kaduna State Government Commissioner for Education, SHEHU Mohammed, visited the families of the students in Jaji Bar. The commissioner consoled the parents of the deceased students over the unfortunate incident, also announced to them that the government has commenced the process of beefing up security around schools in the state and relocating students from schools located in vulnerable areas.
We use this opportunity to inform the general public that information to the security agency is vital. Once you have your students in school, ensure that you don't tolerate somebody that is unknown around the environment without reporting. And we're beefing up the security. You are very much aware that where we felt the security team will find it difficult to reach, we have moved our students. We have moved our students from Government Girls Science Secondary School Giwa to Zaria. We have moved our female students from Government Girls Science Secondary School Mararaba Kubo. We have moved them to Soba. We have moved our students from Government Technical School Abet. So where we find it's difficult for the security to reach, we normally move our students. We have moved our students from Ikara Science Secondary School to Baliwa College. But the one that remain, we've mapped out our strategies, and we hope the communities around and the general public will help us to implement the plan appropriately. The rest is left to us. It's not for the public consumption.
He also reiterates the state government's position not to negotiate with bandits even in the face of the present situation, noting that what is required is the collaboration of all stakeholders to fight the common enemies.
Kaduna State government will not in any way go into negotiation with bandits with the view of paying any ransom. There are calls from people that we should do that. We have learned lessons from those that have gone into that stage with them. We've seen communities and states that have gone into negotiation with the bandits, but then they were disappointed at the end of the day. You cannot go into negotiation with a criminal. We want to use this opportunity to appeal to anybody who is hurt, who felt is aggrieved. There are due processes that one should follow to seek redress. There are different chains of authority. For somebody to take arm against his fellow citizens is unlawful, it's unconstitutional, and it's unacceptable, and government will not tolerate that.
On his part, the proprietor of Greenfield University, Mr. Simon NWAKAJA, who is also an uncle to one of the slain students, insists that he didn't do any wrong by citing the university along the Kaduna-Abuja highway, adding that he had already established the institution before the security situation in the area worsened.
When I look back, I think back, I said I should not blame myself, because when I went there, this problem was not there. Up to 2018-19, we started seeing signs of it, and as we are just getting approval to take off, could I have abandoned it at that time and not taken off? I have only a consolation. I went to see one of the parents whose child was also killed. And he was telling me that he's very happy with me that even he has lined up for his student for Greenfield. I particularly felt pain because Precious is in the list of those they killed. Grew up with me. I took her through Imperial School. After, as I was finishing from Imperial School, this university thing came up. I said, continue. Live with me. He's a daughter of my immediate junior brother. And he has been living with us. He has been living with us, so you can imagine the shock. And you know the funny thing, she's the first person to report to the university. Because of interest. In short, it's like the head girl. Anything, he's the person who is organizing, arranging food, has everybody eating, all sorts of things. I'm quite convinced that one of the reasons why they caught her is that he must be trying to make sure that people have finished eating so that he can go away after that. That is the type of person she is.
It's a solemn moment for the families of the 3 students of Greenfield University who were killed by the abductors in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State.
She was murdered. I saw that they shot her in the chest, which means that she was faced with the person. And I could imagine what she would be saying to that person, please don't kill me. And that person shot her. I am a Christian, and the word of God says that in all things we should give God thanks. I believe even in the Islam, in all things you should give God thanks, whether good or bad.
God designed that Abubakar Sadiq would not pass Friday afternoon. So wherever he might be, definitely that is the end of his life. The unfortunate is just the process or the scenario that occurred or led to his demise. That is the only area of concern. All efforts from our side, from the government side, but prove abortive. All require collaboration with the state government to see that we rescue these innocent students. But these bandits refuse to listen to anybody. Their ultimate aim is just to now see that they clear these innocent people, which they achieve in doing that. So may Allah receive them in good faith. That is our prayers. Their own end is hopefully we are hoping they ended well. Those that are still under captivity, we are praying to Almighty Allah for quick release or rescue.
On the 25th of April, troops of Operation Lafia Dole deployed in Mainok, Borno State came under multi-directional attacks by Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists. They mounted unconfirmed number of gun trucks as well as foot soldiers with possible intent of establishing a phantom caliphate in the town. The terrorists were held by the gallant troops of 156 Task Force Battalion until the arrival of reinforcement teams from 7th Division. During the firefight, which lasted several hours, the gallant troops tactically lured a number of the terrorists into a killing zone within their camp, where the Air Task Force of Operation Lafia Dole scrambled after jets and helicopter gunboats, which took turns in disseminating the already trapped terrorists. In the aftermath of the encounters, scores of Boko Haram terrorists were neutralized, with their body part littering the area and a number of their gun trucks destroyed. Regrettably, one gallant officer and 6 soldiers paid the supreme sacrifice, while 5 other soldiers sustained various degrees of injuries. The wounded soldiers have already been evacuated to the military medical facility for treatment. Currently, troops are in full control of Mainok and environs as exploitation for fleeing terrorists is ongoing. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General IBRAHIM ATTAHIRU, has applauded troops of Operation Lafia Dole for their resilience, commitment and doggedness, and further reassured Nigerians of the Army's unalloyed commitment to defeat Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists, while urging citizens to always avail the troops with accurate and timely information for prompt action.
Yeah, the constant touch with troops and their commanders in the field is of essence for every military operation, especially in a counterinsurgency environment. The essence is to reassure the troops, get to hear from them if they do have issues they want us to discuss, it could border on logistics, it could border on deployment, and then reassure them that Mr. President is aware, Commander-in-Chief is aware of all they are doing here, and he will do his best to provide the needed resources to execute this war to a logical conclusion. This indeed is not just this theater, any other theater that the Nigerian Army is operating in.
And that's it for this episode of the program. Thank you so much for watching. Remember that we always want to hear from you, so do share your thoughts with us. I'm Ini John Mekwa.